Capricorn, welcome to your weekly reading for April the 18th to the 24th. Let's get started and see what major themes and messages we have for Capricorn. All right, let's start with the major themes coming up for Capricorn this week. What is the energy around Capricorn this week? Okay, let's see here. Got a few cards. A leg up, a new life, and a change in the wind coming out. Bottom of the deck is mending. Beautiful cards for you this week, Capricorn. Okay, let's start here. A new life, a leg up, and a change in the wind. I can't help but think that you are healing something with this mending card, and it's bringing in a big shift for you. So something is being mended. Something, every time I see that mending card, I think it's something that you have had sort of a relationship with this energy in the past. So something is coming up from the past. Could be recent past, could be inner child past. It feels like it's bringing in a big shift. And the universe is supporting this shift. So you're getting a leg up here. New life. So you're transformed. This healing is going to be transformative. It's bringing in some new energy for you with this change in the wind. And there is a potential here for some healing to happen. Let's jump into the tarot cards and clarify this for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh, that card wanted to come out. 10 of Wands. So it is the end of a struggle. It's the end of something that has felt like a struggle. And, you're healing. You could be healing from something on your own through this. You've decided to set down those 10 Wands. And there's something motivating this. Yeah. We're seeing the Chariot coming out as sort of the obstacle in this situation, but it's in reverse. So it's interesting. The Chariot in reverse is really a time where your energy is moving in a direction, okay? So when the Chariot's upright, I often think that the energy is moving from a lower to a higher vibe. And when it's in reverse, I can't help but think that that could be your obstacle, is that you're sort of surrounded by some lower vibrational energy right now, and that's creating an obstacle for you to sort of let this chapter come to a conclusion. I feel like the universe is going to support you here with this leg up and send something to support you here. A change in the wind. Interesting. Some opportunities for healing towards some new beginning in that new life card. Let's see what is top of mind. What is conscious here for Capricorn? 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're in a place where you've been really working hard on clearing your energy. I feel like you've been working hard on clearing your own energy here, Capricorn. You've been healing. You've been maybe even spending some time on your own doing this healing. And now you're feeling like you've got a really solid footing in yourself. You're grounded. You're abundant. You're grateful. Your vibe is high. And so I can't help but think this Chariot in reverse could be surrounding energies, or there may be something within you that's coming up to the surface that needs healing. Something may be coming up that needs healing this week. What's driving this reading is this new beginning. We see the Page of Pentacles here. So this is an opportunity. This is fresh energy for a new life. You really being given the chance at something to restart, to reignite that path into a new direction. I feel like you've come from a place in the recent times where you've been feeling kind of weighed down. You've been feeling those lower vibrational energies. You've been carrying things back and forth and trying to understand how to formulate this new beginning. And I feel like, you found the answers you were looking for when I see that 9 of Pentacles and this Page of Pentacles. So in the material world, these concerns are being managed. I feel like you had maybe a weight on your shoulders when you were thinking about this. How do I express myself authentically and still sort of have my grounding and security in the material world? And I feel like you found the answer to that question. I feel like you found the answer to that question. Oh, we've got the Four of Swords flying off the table here onto the ground. So Four of Swords, in the recent past, it's almost like you've made amends. You put your mind at rest when it comes to certain things that felt oppressive to you. Felt like wounds, felt painful, maybe some things that you had taken to heart, and now you've healed. You've healed, or the healing journey is really beginning. Six of Wands coming out for the future energy. You're moving victoriously ahead here. I see the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck as I gaze down here, and I can't help but think that your determination, your focus on achieving your dreams, achieving your goals, that has really helped you sort of gain recognition, and will continue to help you gain recognition externally here. I feel like there's something that you're doing that will affect others, and you're sort of being supported towards this new path. And I feel like it's come from you healing. As you healed, you understood something greater, and it's leading to a new beginning. Look at that, Three of Wands wanting to just jump into my hands with the Eight of Swords. So it's interesting. Your inner dialogue, Capricorn, is one of envisioning the future, but there is sort of something here that maybe you're avoiding to think about. Maybe there's something here you're sort of not wanting to look at. You're thinking about your new life, but maybe this is the mending. Maybe this is the mending, the healing. Perhaps there are still some outcomes of your healing that you're not wanting to look at, or that feel overwhelming, or you're not sure how to handle them. You're just not sure. Perhaps this is something that you knew you would eventually have to look at, but you were sort of focused on achieving some stability first for yourself, so that you would be prepared to sort of look at this when the time became right. Your inner dialogue is sort of focused forward, but there are some things that you're sort of being blind to, in a sense, when I look at this Eight of Swords, and I'm wondering what that could be, Capricorn. What is it that you're afraid of here? What consequences or outcomes are you worried about? Are you worried that things aren't going to work out in the material world? I wonder if you're worried about, I guess it's going to depend. Perhaps it's that change in the wind that's got you worrying. I can't help but think that change in the wind is actually blowing you towards a new life. So I'm wondering what it could be that Capricorn is concerned about or fearing. We see the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles coming back here for sort of how do you appear into the external world. In the external world, it appears that you're very focused and determined, like we saw when the Knight of Pentacles was on the bottom of the deck. You're very focused. You're very determined at achieving something here that you've worked really hard on. And I feel like there's something here that was healing as well. So there's some sort of conflict or separation that you started to work on healing that in the past. And your inner dialogue is still thinking about those outcomes. When I look at that Eight of Swords, moving into the external world, I feel like you do appear very focused and determined, but also a little bit hesitant. Why are you hesitating, or what are you hesitating about? There seems to be a hesitation to be your charismatic self. You're not rushing in to share a vision that you have here. I feel like seeing that Six of Wands in the future tells me that once you do stop holding back or hesitating, that things are going to be very successful and move forward into a place of recognition, where others may even acknowledge what you've changed or what you've accomplished. But will that come maybe in time? Perhaps you need more time for mending. You need more time to feel very confident, perhaps. That's interesting. Let's see here. Woo, Did you see that? Very interesting. Okay, 3 cards shooting out. We'll take them as they landed. So, yeah, this is interesting. You definitely are trying to weigh out something here to try to understand if it was just or not. You know, there's almost 2 things going on in this reading for you, Capricorn. It feels like you're moving towards something in your path, like personally, you're working towards something, and that seems to be working out for you. I feel like that's gaining momentum and it's moving you forward. But when I see here the Justice card in reverse and the Page of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, I can't help but think that you're still working against opposing forces and you're keeping a lot of things close to your chest. I feel like you're not really talking about things. You're trying to figure this out for yourself. And you're weighing things out, and it's proving to be a challenge. I think seeing the Justice card and the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles represents you, Capricorn. And, you know, I can't help but wonder if, you know, you're holding your sword close to your chest because you don't want any of this low vibe energy that surrounds you to impact what it is that you're working on. You're working on some stuff, but you're not being completely forthcoming about it. Knight of Rods in reverse and that Page of Swords in reverse, or upright, but in this position, makes me feel like you're not being completely open about what you're doing, which is fine. You know, I think that you've realized that sometimes when we talk about our plans too much ahead of implementing them, that can sort of change the energy around our plans a little bit. So I feel like you're not doing that. You're sort of keeping things to yourself and you're weighing the opposing forces out for yourself. And as you envision the future, you do have a bit of fear here. You are fearing some outcomes. Perhaps you're fearing the outcome of being bold and fearing the outcome of speaking your truth and just sort of saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I don't really feel like I need to sort of explain it past that. It's just, it is what it is. But I feel like you're not willing to talk about it yet. I think you're going to rush in and express yourself when the time feels right for you. And when you're not feeling like you're surrounded by low vibe energy, like perhaps there's people around you sort of projecting their own fears onto you, or that their opinions and questions to you feel like a projection of a lower vibe energy, and you're sort of like, I'm going to stay as high vibe as I can because I'm still figuring all of this out. I'm figuring out the path of my new life. Ooh. Final outcome, another 3 cards. Wow, and what 3? Look at that. You got the High Priestess, the Death card, and the Fool. So absolutely you are transforming. Absolutely you're starting a new life. But do you realize just how much the divine is supporting you? I don't know if you do. I think you're still feeling like, am I really doing this? Like, is this really happening? Am I actually going to take this leap and allow sort of my life to transform? And I feel like seeing the Fool and the High Priestess in reverse says to me that you're still not seeing the bigger picture of all of this. The transformation is happening. The transformation is underway, but it's almost like you've got to get caught up with this change in the wind first. And it's very interesting. It almost makes me think that you're hesitating because you need to believe in yourself more, Capricorn, and you need to believe that the divine is supporting you. When I see leg up, change in the wind, and the High Priestess, I can't help but think that you're definitely being supported by the divine right now. Spirit is on your side, giving you opportunities to begin a new path that's in alignment with the work and healing that you've done. You've done a lot to transform your own energy, Capricorn, and it's like you're starting to attract opportunities and new beginnings that are in alignment with that. But do you see it that way? That is the big question. And I'm sort of guessing no. I'm sort of guessing that you might be hesitant or doubting it slightly. But the transformation is real and it's happening and it's bringing you towards a new life. And I can't help but think that it's going to be one where you might even be surprised at how emotionally fulfilling it's going to be. because I think you're still sort of in your mind afraid of this big shift, right? You're still fearing the outcomes instead of sort of jumping in head first, you know? That's okay. You're a Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. You've got this sort of determined, focused energy, but sometimes it might be hard to take a leap of faith. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Sending you so much love and light.